Hey guys, it's Monarch Mariposa, and I have my camera tilted at my art journal. This is how I spend a Saturday night by myself. It's so exciting. I love playing in my art journal, and I'm gonna just enjoy every moment that I have. So I'm coming out of the picture, and I'm just gonna show you what's happening here for this IGTV. Okay, so this is my journal. This is my painting, Spirit Tree, on one of my print on demand products that you can buy soon. And I have concluded that I 100% love this type of journal the best. And I am a little bit biased because this one is one of my products, but I love, of all the art journals I've created, big ones and small ones and different types of paper, I love this one, these types, the most. So it's a closed binding. It's 5 by 7 pages. And so it's nice and small, easy to use. I love them. I love this size because I can get a lot of color on really quickly using really simple materials. So I like to work fast and I like to work simple. Sometimes I just write, sometimes I use inks. And for me, I just love it. So I started this background here. I'm just going to turn the music off briefly. So I started this background here using, actually I have some ink. You probably can't see it. I just had some, like an ink pen, yeah, like right there. And I had done some scribbles on this page. And then I learned about a dry brush technique. So stippling with a really hard brush, flat, and you keep your brush dry. You put a little bit of paint on a palette. You dip it in and get a lot of the paint off, and then you just basically scuffle it on your page like this. And I did some dabbing and I did some like this. Okay, and I mixed the colors. These are the 3 colors I used: cerulean blue, Theo violet, and dioxazine purple. And those are the 3 colors I've got so far. So I did the stippling and then I had some extra paint left over, and I hate wasting paint. So I just put it on the end of my paintbrush and I sort of scribbled it all over. So those are those dark spots that you see. And now that it's dried and I've opened it, of course, personally, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but I see the outline of a butterfly. So what a coincidence. So this is going to become a butterfly for me. So I've just gathered some fun materials. I took an old book that I won't read anymore. I've ripped some little pieces out of it. I found some ribbon, some pretty ribbon with daisies on it. Some tissue paper, old tissue paper that has some fun writing on it. I like the colors. So I'm going to use that. And I have some stencils out here and stuff. So art journaling is really all about creating layers. I have my nice candle going that says creativity, clarity, and communication on the outside. So that scent is burning. I have pastel pencils, which are so fun to play with. So these are Deravent pastels. You can go to any art store, like a big art store, and find pastel pencils to play with. So like a chalk pastel. Those are fun. So we're gonna create some layers, and I just thought I would share with you as much as I can in this little video. I have my prerequisite delicious coffee in my rainbow mug. Do not dip your paintbrushes in that instead of your water. I have a little bit of water. So the first thing I'm going to do is just I'm going to put a little bit of this white acrylic paint on my palette, just a bit. I don't need too much. And I'm going to do some more dry brushing with stencils. So I also bought some stencils at an art store. So I'm just going to use a couple of those and create some patterns on the page. So the first one I'm going to do, of course I can't get it, grab it. Okay, I'm going to use this guy, and I'm actually going to do the body of the butterfly using that. So I'm going to place my stencil there. I'm going to dip my brush into my white paint, and I'm going to load some on the tip, but I'm going to also stipple some of it off so it's not a blob of paint on there. And I'm going to do the body shape for my butterfly. I'll probably end up going over this with my color pastels. That's likely what I'll do. And if I go too far with it, that's fine. I can always cover it up with something else. So there, I did the body of the butterfly there. And then I'll use a different, I'm going to use the beehive stencil. It's a fun one. And I'm just going to create some patterns around the outside. So this will be a real nature-based with the beehives and the daisies. So I'm just going to stencil here and there just to add another layer over top of what I have. So if I lift that up, you can see there. And I'm just doing around the outsides of the outline of the butterfly. If I go over top of my butterfly a bit, that's also fine, because I'll be making it distinct after. I'm going to do a bit more over here. It's so fun to just add layers and layers. And you'll notice I'm doing it quickly. I'm not overthinking it. You know, it takes a little bit of planning if you want to work on balance, you know, making sure it looks nice and balanced. But also there's that fine line of doing that and also just going for it and having fun and not worrying really about what the outcome is going to be. Just exploring. An art journal is a great place to explore and try different things. See if they work, see if they don't work. You're safe. You're safe to do that here. Okay, so I've got some texture on there, got a layer on there. And then what I'm going to do is use some matte jet glue, and I'm going to put these on. Now I don't have a lot of room left on this video, so I'll just keep making more. But what I'll do, I did do a little bit of planning. So with the ribbon, I've already cut this to go around the wing over here. And then I've got a piece, I kind of planned it out. I knew I was going to put a piece here, and I knew I wanted a little piece over here. Again, that was just for balance, and it's just what looked right and felt good for me. I might look at it again and go, you know what, I need a little bit more. I think maybe I want some more down here, and actually maybe up in this corner too. So sometimes it's just a matter of laying things on first, and then after you like how it looks, then you can actually use the glue and secure it on there. Okay, so this will be part 2 essentially. Part 1 was just the base layer of the stippling blues and purples, and now part 2 has been adding some stencils with a contrasting color. The white pops nicely on here, and then I'm going to add on some more interest texture using ribbon and ripped up books and tissue paper. And then I'll come back on another video and I'll show you the next part.